Loretta Young, the Hollywood sensation whose charm lit up the silver screen for nearly 8 decades. But did you know she was born Gretchen Young? Yup, that's right. Alongside her sisters, Polly Ann and Elizabeth Jane, acting was in their blood from the get-go. Elizabeth Jane, or as we know her, Sally Blaine, even made a name for herself in over 100 films. But it was Loretta who truly stole the show. Can you believe her acting journey started at the tender age of 3? Fast forward to her breakout role in Sweet Kitty Bel-Airs, and there was no looking back. Discovered by manager John McCormick, she was soon making waves in Hollywood. And get this, her stage name, Loretta, suggested by none other than Colleen Moore herself. Her first flick under this new moniker, The Whip Woman, in 1928. From then on, she was unstoppable, starring alongside Hollywood heartthrobs and even bagging her own TV show, The Loretta Young Show. But behind that dazzling smile and flawless facade lay a world of pain. Loretta Young, troubled, while she made acting seem like a breeze on screen, her personal life was anything but smooth sailing. And there's a heartbreaking secret she kept buried for decades. Can you imagine? Only her daughter knew the truth. And now, years after her passing, the shocking revelation is finally out. Alright, let's rewind a bit. Loretta Young, born January 6, 1913, in good old Salt Lake City, Utah, to Gladys and John Earl Young. But her parents split when she was just a toddler. Tough break, right? A year later, Mama Gladys packed up Loretta and her sisters and headed straight for the glitz and glamour of Hollywood. Now Gladys, she had an eye for talent. She wasted no time in getting her girls into the spotlight. And guess what? Loretta, the youngest of the bunch, she's the one who really stole the limelight. But hold up, she wasn't all about fame and fortune. Nope. She took a little break to hit the books at Ramona Convent Secondary School. But you know how it is, talent like hers, it just can't stay hidden for long. Enter John McCormick. This guy saw something special in Loretta. So what does he do? He gets her to sign on the dotted line and boom, she's back in the biz in 1928. And let me tell you, it wasn't long before she was landing those headline-grabbing roles. It's 1935, and Loretta Young lands a plum role in The Call of the Wild, a flick by 20th Century Pictures. And guess who she's cast alongside? None other than the legendary heartthrob Clark Gable. Talk about a match made in Hollywood heaven. But here's the kicker. Loretta's just 22, while Gable's a seasoned 34, already onto his second marriage with Maria Langham. Now, Gable, he's got this reputation as the king of Hollywood, but not just for his acting chops. Oh no, he's a charmer, both on and off screen, if you catch my drift. Despite being a married man, he's known for his wandering eye and a string of affairs. But guess who gets to know him better than most? Yep, our girl Loretta Young. As they spend more time together on set, Loretta gets a front row seat to Gable's charm in action. During filming, Loretta gets hit with some shocking news. She's pregnant with Clark Gable's baby. Can you imagine the drama? She's absolutely horrified because, let's face it, if word got out, it'd be curtains for her career. And as if that wasn't bad enough, she's facing pressure from the studio to, well, take care of the situation, if you catch my drift. But here's where it gets real sticky. Loretta's a devout Catholic and believes abortion's a big no-no. So she turns to her mum and sisters for help, and together they come up with a plan to keep things hush-hush. Fast forward to the later stages of her pregnancy, Loretta's belly's not exactly something she can hide anymore. So what does she do? Takes a little vacay to England, of course. When she returns, she plays it cool, blaming her absence on some mystery illness. It helps her keep the baby bump under wraps until she finally pops on November 6, 1935. And what does she name her bundle of joy? Judith, after St. Jude, the patron saint of sticky situations. Just weeks after Judith's born, Loretta makes a heart-wrenching decision. She hands her precious baby girl over to an orphanage. But here's where it gets even interesting. She doesn't say goodbye for good. Nope. 19 months later, she swoops in and adopts Judith, like it's all part of the plan. But wait, there's more. Another secret about Judith that stays buried until long after Loretta's gone. Now, Loretta Young's plan seemed foolproof in theory, but in practice, well, let's just say it didn't exactly go off without a hitch. Young Judith turned out to be the spitting image of both her birth parents, and it didn't take long for the rumor mill of Hollywood to catch wind of the truth. But did Loretta crack under the pressure? Not a chance. She kept up appearances, denying the whispers and refusing to spill the beans, at least for a while. Fast forward to when Judith hits 31, and she's had enough of the mystery. She confronts her mum, and that's when Loretta finally spills the tea. She even shares the whole saga with Joan Wester Anderson for her authorized biography, but on one condition: it only sees the light of day after her passing. While tuning into Larry King Live, Loretta has an eye-opening moment. She learns about the concept of date rape, and suddenly everything clicks. See, for the longest time, she believed it was her fault for not rejecting Gable's advances. But watching that show, it's like a light bulb moment. She realizes she wasn't to blame for what happened. Confiding in her daughter, she reveals the heartbreaking truth. She never wanted anything to do with that side of things with Gable, but he didn't listen, and tragically, she was raped. It's a harrowing revelation, but thankfully, Loretta Young was one tough cookie. Despite the struggles, she went on to achieve great things in her life. Despite all the hurdles thrown her way, Loretta Young knew she had something special to offer the world of film and TV. In 1947, she snagged an Academy Award for her stellar performance in The Farmer's Daughter, and just 2 years later, she was nominated again for her role in Come to the Stable. But it doesn't stop there. In 1953, she took the small screen by storm with her very own TV series, The Loretta Young Show. Talk about making history. She scooped up 3 Emmy Awards for her incredible work on the show, becoming the first actor ever to nab both an Oscar and an Emmy. But fame comes at a price. And by the mid-50s, Loretta's health was taking a nosedive. The demands of her show were wearing her down, so she smartly arranged for guest hosts to give herself some much-needed rest. And rest she did, focusing on her health and kicking the smoking habit she'd had since she was 8 years old. Even in retirement, Loretta remained active, especially in her Catholic faith. She was a beacon of generosity, donating to countless Catholic charities alongside her close pals Irene Dunn, Rosalind Russell, and Jane Wyman. But sadly, as life would have it, her final years were shadowed by illness. Diagnosed with ovarian cancer, Loretta Young passed away on August 12, 2000, leaving behind a legacy that continues to inspire. Do you think it was a wise move for Loretta Young to keep her daughter a secret, or was it all just too much hassle? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and while you're at it, hit that subscribe button for more captivating tales from the world of Hollywood, secrets and scandals.